Hey, my lovely, lovely, wonderful, beautiful people. A pleasant morning to everybody. Lovely people. All right, I'm going to say this in light of our black men or black men, especially here in Jamaica, because I can only speak to my country because based on the fact that it's my countrymen that I would have had my most of my encounters with. And this is not something to judge or to put down our black men. I'm not. But I have to say that because I don't think they fully understand the ramifications of their oppressive, psychologically, mentally, and even physically violent acts that they have done against women. They have, in fact, against our black women, they have not done enough. They have barely scraped or scratched the surface in protecting, in safeguarding our black women. Black men here in Jamaica, many of you have been horrible towards our women, and you have been wayward as fathers. Now, I'm not talking about the few women who will keep you away from your children. Speak truth. I was speaking with a gentleman, and he was saying to me, he has an aunt, he has several aunts, see, his family is very big. She has 8 children. He didn't specify if it's 8 different men, but she said none of the fathers stayed with the children, and it broke the woman's heart. Another has 4, none of the fathers. Another has 5, none of the fathers. I was listening to a podcast, and there was a fairly young guy. No, this is not in Jamaica, real alone. And he says, the men said that when they leave the woman, they also leave the child, even if the child belongs to him. So, men, when I hear you come with the cock and bull story, the cockamania story, many of you, oh, the women kept the children from us. Nonsense and lies in some of the instances. Maybe a few, it's true, but a lot of the instances, because you don't want to be held liable, you don't want to be culpable, you do not want to be answerable, meaning to be held accountable for the wrongs that you have done. I can't remember if it is in Romans or Corinthians or one of the New Testament. It says the man who fails to take care of his family is worse. Some versions say you're worse than an unbeliever. Some versions says you're worse than a cheater. Now, if you understand who an unbeliever can comprise, it is unbelievable. It can be troubling to the mind because an unbeliever can be a rapist, a pedophile, a notorious murderer and thief. Plus you're a cheater, worse than a cheater. And a cheater is totally disregarded. They are not regarded any at all. The Bible says the man who does not take care of his family, and it's really just talking, if you really check the etymology of it, it's really talking like your spouse and your children. And it says a man, it was really speaking to the male one, because you were fashioned in such a way to be protectors. Why do you think God made you with those muscles and the physical strength that you have? You have abused the physical strength. The way how I hear some of you speak to women, oh my God, even if when the women they have not disrespected you, you have been so horrific to women. It is unbelievable, because I have been at the hands of some of you without even troubling. All I need to do is just make a mistake and bad drive you. Literally make a mistake. You notice I say make a mistake and bad drive you for some reason. It can be anything could have gone wrong. The words that you hurl at me. If you were to be locked up for something like that, you would have been locked away for life. The words that I hear, sometimes I'm scrolling TikTok and there's a specific gentleman, 2 of them, if you hear how they speak about and to women, it is unbelievable. Unbelievable. And it is simple because you're physically stronger, and more often than not, she cannot fight you. Had the woman had the physical strength like you would not, the liberty that many of you have taken, you would not have. You would not have, and that's a fact. Black men here in Jamaica can't talk about other countries. I hear people talk about their other countries, and it is very bad too. You have not done, you have not even scratched the surface in protecting, in safeguarding our women. You have contributed to, in a physical sense, in an emotional sense, in a psychological sense, a femicide. You have contributed to it. It is a sad reality. It breaks my heart. And then when you hear women get up and say the Jamaican black men are horrible and horrific, you feel upset and you get angry. But you're proving her point. The guy said the men say when they leave. I remember one man say, that single parent is good. Wait a minute, it's not good. Nothing is wrong with it. I said, you are an absenteeism father, and you're saying nothing is wrong with the woman just taking care of the child alone. Yes, and he has a few children that he has not taken care of, and he's not interested. And so they have tried. So my black men in Jamaica, it's not a disrespect to you when I say you have not done a good job. And the excuse is, the woman is feisty. Some things that she will hurl. And I'm not in support of any form of verbal abuse by any one of the sexes, whether male or female, man or woman. I am not in support of that. It is horrific. And I know sometimes men, when the woman starts on you, it becomes unbelievable. It becomes so unbelievable. But black men, many of you have not even scratched the surface as it relates to treating our black women, and especially the ones that are very dark skinned and they have the Afrocentric features where they talk about big nose and big lip and squeeze up eyes, big round head and all of them things. They hear them say, the foolishness. Oh, they're not in your league, they're not in your status quo. And life is a very funny thing. It has a way of letting all of these things catch up on us. But many of you black men here in Jamaica, you have been horrific. You've been terrible, awful, simply awful. I know you may not want to hear this, you may not like it, but it is a reality, and women are complaining. And that's a big part and parcel too. But not the only reason why I say they're not even having children for you, this current generation. Because they say if you stay so, that's one reason. You can imagine the kids. You can imagine the children. Yeah. That men here in Jamaica, you have not done even the E of the enough to safeguard our black women, to protect them, to treat them with honor, care, and respect and love. And I've often said to people, just treat people with love and with respect, and you will see how quickly things turn around. Many of you men have been abusers. And in 1 Peter 3:7, Peter says, listen to me, husbands, and it goes for regular men too. Be careful that you don't embitter your wives. Don't be harsh, rude, disrespect, and beat them up and all of that. Black men, you have been horrible. I'm not lying to you. You have been. But I don't know. I pray things change, because it's unhealthy for us to be living this way. I'm so tired. I'm actually falling asleep. When someone came back a little late and trying to do a vlog quickly. Black men, I don't know. It's only divine intervention, proper counseling, and local intervention and other can cause you to start doing right by your black women. Anyway, guys, you know what to do. Read TikTok and YouTube. Subscribe. Give me one of those lands.